Hello folks, 104 checking in. I'm back down on the coast of Dorset again. Quite a few miles away from my last point of location, which was Durdledore and that sort of way. And today I'm going to do a hike from a place called Highland's End right the way over to a place called Golden Cap, which is the highest point on the south coast of England, I believe. So yeah, not that high compared with the mountains and stuff over in Wales, but it's still pretty high when it just sticks up out of the sea. So I'll spin the camera around, show you what's what, and again, delay after delay getting out, believe it or not, even though I'm on holiday by myself. I'll try and get in on the Homesteaders Net. Catch you in a bit. Okay folks, that's what we're dealing with. So down in there is a little campsite at Eep. You can just about make out the little cabin I used to stay in. And then up to Thorncombe Beacon there. Drop down again, up over the top to another hill. I've got a feeling that might be called Doghouse Hill, but that might be the next one again, I'm not too sure. Then down over, and you can't even see Golden Cap from here at the moment, it's too many hills away. So yeah, at least, if not more difficult than the mountain walking actually, and I would say certainly more dangerous. Certainly over the last few years there's been a lot of landslides, cliffs falling into the sea, and what used to be a coastal path is no longer a coastal path. So it's easy to sort of follow an old path and then just walk straight off the side. So I did do a couple of night walks over the top, and after one relatively scary experience where a track was heading straight off the side, I've decided that if I do walk in the dark, I shall keep to a slightly more inland route. So there we go. As far as difficulty is concerned, as you can see, the terrain is pretty vicious, up and down all the way along. So yeah, the actual ASL is not that high, but certainly the walking difficulty is there. And also, obviously, being literally right next to the sea, the weather conditions can change at least as quickly as they can up on the Brecon Beacons, if not faster. Especially things like sea fogs. Wow. So as always, go prepared. I'll do a bit of a debrief and show you the kit. Or when I get back to the cabin, probably in a different video. Anyway, let's get going. Okay folks, this is what I mean. That used to be the coastal path, and now it isn't. It's straight off the side. As you can see with that wall, straight off the side. So yeah, you've got to be very careful indeed. Okay folks, right, I'm just skirting around the edge of apologies for the wind noise, I'll try and turn out a little bit. Thorncombe Beacon, I've been out there loads of times, and pretty much at night the spookiest place I've ever been. But that's another story. Anyway, I'm on a mission, an objective today to get to Golden Cap. So if I get a chance, I'll call in on that one on the way back. If not, it'll be another day. So where I'm headed is over there, look now, to Golden Cap itself, the one with the flat top there. And if it looks like it's miles away on the camera, that's because it is. Weather up on the top was much worse than it is down here, and I've actually changed into some more waterproof clothing. Now there's the Golden Cap campsite there. We've stayed there a few times, quite a few years ago now. Very nice though, and there's a lovely little seaside inn there as well, which would be lovely and warm and cozy and delish. But I'm not going in there, I'm going up the top of there. Coastal path is gone down there now, that's all gone in the sea, so you do have to walk inland a little bit and up that road and just cross up through a load of farmland to get to it. So it is what it is. Right, I better crack on. Wow, guess what, I made it. Strict point down there is the number, and I've come from way over the other side of there. Here's that famous cliff. I think it's one of the pictures you see on Google Chromecast, and I don't know, I think it came out of I don't watch TV much. Is it Broadchurch? I can't remember. I'll let you know in the comments, I'm not too sure. But that's Bridport up there. Thorncombe Beacon is the last high peak you can see in the distance, so I've come down, or I am down on the other side of that, and up then to Highland's End. So yeah, weather sometimes rather warm and sweaty, other times wind chill, vicious, cold, driving rain. You can just about maybe see Portland Bill sticking out there into the sea over there on the horizon. I think the peak proper is just over there. I'm going to be going over there to set up in a minute. You won't see many people up here today, if any. I've seen a few, I had a chat with a few on the way over. It's taken me 2 hours, 2.5, but I was chatting for about 20 minutes or so. I did once put the antenna on there for a night net to get into the Thursday night FM net, which is now defunct. Did well, went to Westbury White Horse and all sorts from here. So there we are, looking fairly, well, the sun's trying to break through, but I don't think it will. Anyway, that's enough chit chat. Let's get over there and try and see if there's anyone out on Homesteaders this week. Okay, I made it. It's 20 past 3. Not hearing anything on Homesteaders at the moment. Don't think that voice was anything to do with it. Usual setup with a T2RT Delta Slim, little 6 amp hour lithium based battery, and my Nokia car speaker. So yeah, let's put out some shouts. If they're not about, they're not about. But I will have a flick around the other channels. So it was last week on Durdle Door. I thought there was a bit of sporadic skit coming in. It was actually a guy in the Far East coming through on FM, northern guy. So you never know. You never know. There's somebody calling out, so I'll give it a try and see how we get on. Absolutely terrible, Brian.
Same all around.
Yeah, were you out last week? I managed to get up to a hill by Durdle Door, but we had no snow, and I guess you did there, Brian. Back to you.
Yes, the roads are closed off for Ian and myself. I drove for who else, but we had a meeting on the phone and we called it off.
Don't blame you. Didn't have a flake down on the south coast there, Durdle Door.
Ian, 252, is that Gary?
Certainly have. Yeah, Gary, Charlie Tango 104, any copy, Charlie Tango 252.
Yeah, very good indeed. 5 and 7, 57 to me. There, Ian. It's actually better than when I was 3 times higher in the Black Mountains there. Nice, it is a nice spot, this one for radio. 190 metres, but it punches above its weight like you wouldn't believe there, Ian. Back to you.
All copied on that, Gary. Yeah, copied on that. No, it's just a shame we're getting so much interference, but there we go. We can only run with conditions that we've got. So yeah, bit of a pain, but nice to know that the propagation is otherwise looking good.
That's the problem. It brings in the horrible stuff as well as the nice stuff there, Ian. But there we go. But yeah, really windy, horrible, and gross, really. But enjoyed the walk. It took me about 2.5 hours, but I did stop and chat to a couple of people. Had a moan about the prices in the shops and things. Always time for a moan, no matter where you are there, Ian. Back to you.
Yeah, ball copy, and yeah, although the data transmission is trying to tickle you up, but yeah, didn't succeed. Yeah, okay, well, I'll say many thanks for the copy, Gary. I'm going to have to got to get home and prepare for an exercise that is running tonight, and yeah, as is often said, don't want to be late. But many thanks for the copy. Pleasure to work with you this afternoon, Gary. So I'll hand the key back to you to for your finals with me, and then back to Brian.
Yeah, always a pleasure there, Ian. Great to get in on the whole most weeks now. So yeah, always great to get into the net, no matter where I'm to. Okay, back to you there, Brian. Thanks, mate. So yeah, I'm still by though. I'll be up here for a little bit. Take a few photos and get back for a curry a little bit later there, Brian. Back to you.
Yeah, well, anybody you want to go back to there, Gary? I know we've gone a bit thin on the ground now and struggling.
Yeah, I've been back to Ian and he's cleared. Yourself? Unfortunately, Nigel's not about. So anybody on the side of 30 hear this one? It's Gary 104 South Coast Golden Cat. We're listening.
Πρέπει να πάρει φεδρικές μπουκάλες, έτσι, για να ξαναβγεί επιφάνεια με το σκάφος. Ρε το νουνούκο τι έχουμε πάθει. Πάρε ρε μπαχαλού.
I don't know what language that is.
Όταν έβαλε το φορτίο δεν χαλάγε τίποτα η αμμορφωσιά.
Δεν μίλησες και πολύ. Γρήγορα που έπαιρνες.
One deal. Ricochet south of ATL. I see you now. Bump off. Hail black smoke. Both of y'all. 555. 102 go. Nature. Mother Nature working the sand pile this morning. Mother Nature be working the sand pile this morning. Mother Nature on the sand pile.
Okay, I'm all done. Found the guys on channel 30 in the end. Load of noise on the channels today. Load of stuff coming in on the skip. Skip can bring in some fantastic stuff, but it can bring in some bloody, just basically a load of interference. So sound a bit like slow scan TV coming through on channel 30. I don't know much about that, but I think I've heard that in the past and it sounded a bit like that. But you might have heard a bit on the recording there. Let me know if you think you know what it was, or radar, something like that. I don't know. Anyway, so my time here's done. I just listened to the I don't often key up on channel 19. It's a bit of a community channel these days around the country. You always get the sort of incumbent group on there. That's just the way it is. And yeah, the T2LT has been straining against its leash today. I've seen two people come up here. They sort of looked at me and wanted to come over and say something, but they didn't and went away. I suppose it looks a bit strange, doesn't it? Anyway, great to make it into the Homesteaders Net. I'm going to pack down now and take a few photos there over by the edge there, not too close to the edge, I hasten to add. And then let's there, 190 metres straight down. I don't think you'd last long if you took a tumble over that. So there we are. Right, that's 104 checking out from Golden Cap. I don't know if I'll bother to call in on the way back. All I can say is it's over there. It's a bloody long way, but I got a couple of beers and a Madras curry that just needs warming up. Not the beers, that is, the curry. Anyway, let's hit the long and arduous trail back. Oh. Righto folks, right. That was some pretty severe weather on the way back actually. Maybe not as far as some of the walks I've done over in the Black Mountains, but certainly as difficult. And the mud is as slippery as could be. So concentrate on every single footstep, otherwise it'd be easy to go A over T, ass over tit. But there we are, I'm right at the top of almost back into the campsite actually, so I'm all done and dusted, and I'll check back once I've got my curry on. Beautiful, beautiful. Right, cheers everyone.